Good morning, wonderful people. Welcome to the program this morning. This is Bystanders and Instance. I'm Christian Chuku. We are right here to get responses from bystanders this morning on the reports we have online, on the topical issues we have on the national dailies. Today is a Monday in the city of Lagos, January 16th, 2023. We are getting close to the end of the month. This is one of the fastest January that I've ever experienced ever since I've been in Lagos. Fastest January, 16th of January 2023. And we're here at the bus stop, Abiodun Jago Street. Yes, the bystanders here. We have people deliberating on reports and topical issues that we have this morning. Let's go straight to the newspaper headlines. I have the Daily Sun. The Daily Sun with me this morning. I have also the New Telegraph. Let's start with the Daily Sun. Outrage over the burning to death of Catholic priest in Niger State. Outrage over the burning to death of Catholic priest in Niger State. We have launched manhunt for culprits. He was burned to death. The bandits were not able to access his house, so they had to wait outside till the fume from the inferno had to kill the man. We had the police not attending to the issue for over 6 hours till the priest got burnt to ashes. Let's look at that report this morning. General election, anxiety over expected retirement of IGP, DIGs, AIGs, CPs, and 290 others. Anxiety over expected retirement of IGP, DIGs, AIGs, CPs, 290 others prior to the general elections. There are fears that this might affect the security of the election. Stakeholders raise fears over election security. Yes, stakeholders raise fear over election security. Why is it that few days to the election we are having this retirement of IGP, DIGs, and AIGs prior to the election? Military will give police required support, pledges CDS. That's the Chief of Defense Staff, Irabo. Military will give police required support. This is from CDS Irabo. Other reports this morning: reject candidates who shun debates, parade forged identities, slander opponents. Pastor Bakari urges voters. Pastor Bakari of the Latter Rain says that we should reject candidates who shun debates, parade forged identities, slander opponents. Pastor Bakari urges voters. On fuel scarcity, consumers, marketers lament man-hour loss at retail outlets and depot. Agbo retains PDP reps ticket in Benue State. NCDC confirms 42 new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. NCDC confirms 42 new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. Expectations high as CBN launches domestic card payment scheme. On the Edo train attack, joint security team rescues 12 victims. 2 persons still in custody. Yes, 12 victims have been rescued. 2 persons still in custody. First off, we had 6 people rescued. Now we have 12 victims that have been rescued. 2 still in custody. Pastor shot, worshippers abducted as gunmen attack Katsina community. Pastor shot, over 25 worshippers were abducted as gunmen attack Katsina community. Let's look at the New Telegraph this morning. Yes, State of the Nation. I like this headline from Bakari. No one can build a logical Nigerian narrative around one religion. I think it's talking about the Muslim ticket and also the acclaimed jihad controversy. None can build a logical Nigerian narrative around one religion. And that's Bakari. Urges citizens to reject vote bias, political merchants. Says the nation is confronted by regional and ethnic memory joggers, inadequacies of old political order, others fueling obedient movements and momentum. As Christian elders warn against provocative utterances. Let's look at Atiku versus Tinubu. Your claim of Lagos, of modern Lagos, false. That is Atiku to Tinubu. Your claim of modern Lagos false. As Tinubu meets APC, Cuba National Assembly candidates, says we mustn't fail party members who gave us tickets. Obi to Nigerians, unite against agitations. Division says stigmatizing entire group over few persons, misconduct unfair. In Niger State, bandits burn Catholic priest to death, harm assistant, kill village head, injure sons, pastor shot, worshippers abducted as gunmen attack Katsina community. Khan condemns attacks, call for probe. Governor Bello imposes curfew in Lambata. Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Democracy has come to stay. Rabo says democracy has come to stay as Buhari Osibajo, service chiefs attend service. Governors hail fallen heroes. Gallantry, we share our pains. You share your pains. Ugwan tell fallen heroes' wives. We also have that of Ikenga Gochinyere and the Imo State governor. The Imo State governor being accused of perpetrating the attack on his hometown. The Imo State governor has been accused of perpetrating the attack on Ikenga Ogochinye's hometown. We had a report that his hometown was attacked, 4 persons were killed, the house burnt, and many of his vehicles were touched. That is the conversation. Soludo, in a meeting yesterday, has asked the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, that if it's too difficult, that he will stand as a shorty, that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Soludo says that he will stand as a shorty, that the federal government should release Nnamdi Kanu. I have Mr. Akole, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Good morning.
Happy New Week.
Yeah, what you said.
Okay, what I just said, I saw you laughing. React to that.
What you just said about what? I'm not just.
Nnamdi Kanu.
Nnamdi, good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody. Funigas especially, I greet you. You're doing a wonderful job. Your job there. You know, now, Ant, good one there. Mukaila, good one there. And to my brother, right? To my brother. Nevertheless, I think I'm mispacing for what's it called? Adekunle. Good luck to you. I will never step on your toes, right? A gentleman like you. God bless you where you are. And to our own Mary Slezor, that's Jane, right? Jenny Ogo, very brilliant and upright woman. Those are the people that you can see that they are very intelligent and there's decorum before they apply decorum before they talk.
Okay, Soludo has told the federal government that they should release Nnamdi Kanu to him if it's so bad that he will stand as a shorty. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu will bring peace to the southeast. That's what he said.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
A lot of people have just had a meeting with federal government that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. I could remember Orji Kalu said so. Some of those guys said so, that they want Orji Kalu to be released and they will stand as guarantor. To guarantee his release. But the government still refuses. I don't know why government refused. Maybe they just look at Nnamdi Kanu popularity and the waves of the crowd he moves. That it may destabilize, or destabilize the state or destabilize, potential threat. Really, you said it all.
But the governors have said that if you release him, that's when there will be peace in the southeast.
You say what?
The governors have said that if you release Nnamdi Kanu, that's when there will be peace in the southeast.
The governors.
Yes.
And then why not?
An example is Soludo.
Soludo says so.
Yeah.
But are they speaking with one tongue? All of them. Are they speaking with one tongue? That is the question I'm asking you. Maybe you can help me ask them. Are the 5 governors in the southeast, are they speaking with one tongue? If they are speaking with one tongue, it will be more easier. Especially some are closer to the government in power. That's the Imo's one, and the Ebonyi one. They are closer to the government in power. They can, the Mr. President can give them the listing here. That okay, we can guarantee the safety of the southeast when you release.
What do you think the government wants? They don't want anything about agitation, or they don't want to dialogue.
They don't want, and they are being nervous about agitation, and they don't know that agitation is part of, misrule. Part of agitation is part of the expression of misrule in any country, and it's a global phenomenon. It's a global thing. It's not only in Nigeria, and they should have learned from how other countries have been able to manage, how other countries manage their own. Then you can apply same here. It's not that you now take agitation as a criminal thing, and agitation likewise must not come with violence. because two wrongs don't make a right. You can't say you want freedom at the same time you are carrying gun all around to shoot, to shoot people all around. You can't say that. You can't say you are agitating and you're burning everywhere. So it takes two to tango, and two wrongs don't make a right. So you come, if you want to come for justice, you come with a clean hand. If you want to come for equity, you come with a clean hand. So once you start involving in a barbaric way, killing, all sort of things, agitation cannot even come that way, because they will label you as a terrorist. They will label you as, so you don't allow the wrath of the government to fall upon you. The government that they are using, they are looking for people that they will blackmail. They will, that is what we say. There's a lot of blackmail issues in this country, the way I see. Average citizen blackmail, even some government official blackmail. So what are we now saying? What are we talking of? So the way things is now, as we have, the whole system, is in a mess. So we just need to go back to the table.
If you are the federal government, will you allow the release of Nnamdi Kanu to Governor Soludo?
Why not? Why not? Soludo is a credible person. He's a competent person. I can put a trust on. I've known Soludo when he was a CBN governor, and he did a lot of good job there, and he's a brave guy.
But in Southeastern, I would say something different from what you're saying. I think he has fallen out of favor
from the other Southeastern governors.
And themselves, they are speaking ill against the governor.
But I don't know why they are speaking ill against him. Because the statement he made about Obi. Then I think that was the
genesis.
But at the same time, let us be respecting our each person's opinions, right? The opinion, my own opinion, if I say at this age, people should not be yabbing me, backstabbing me, and telling me rubbish. Such people are not different from bandits, media bandits. When you express your opinion, this is who I want. This is who I want. This is who I'm not going to support. It's my wish. It's my. You can force horse to the river, but you cannot force that horse to drink water.
Let's move on. Bakari says that no one can build a logical Nigerian narrative around one religion.
I don't think I need to be answering Pastor Bakari, responding to his...
what he's saying, let's look at...
He is totally out of point. This same pastor that said the Southeastern should go and, do some sacrifice just for, Tafa Balewa's death or something. I don't understand this man. This is a man that said he wants to contest, and he contested under APC, and he did not have only one vote, a single vote. And the South side, what's it called? Religious you are bringing into politics. Me as I am now, I'm telling you who I am. And if anybody they can say anything. That is my own point. I don't believe in ethnicity. I don't believe in religious wise to pick up the president, right? I believe of capacity, then capability and competency to do the job. Because if you go to a clinic now, if you're in coma, if your enemy is in coma, my brother, when you get to the clinic, are you going to be asking, say, doctor, are you a Muslim? Or are you
talking about the Muslim tickets?
I know that's what he's talking of. That's what he's talking
but he's
of.
An APC member.
He's not the APC member that does not. He does not have a follower. He does not have even one single follower.
You have a follower. Are you not APC?
Even one of his church members. He's not even one single member of his church.
Then it is stakeholders that will vote now.
It is stakeholders. So none of his church members. Is there any law that says Christians should not vote for their leader?
No, if you're a stakeholder in APC, that presidential primary, stakeholders.
Okay, what was he looking at? Say he just wake up from the slumber and just went to
God said he's going to be.
You see, all this, I don't know, maybe Bobo, as fellow, they Bobo, then Bobo everybody, they Bobo our past generation, they are still Boboing us. So me, I don't jar, I know they fall to all those things.
He came here to say another thing, that reject candidates who shun debates, parade forged identities, slander opponents. Pastor Bakari urges voters.
That's his own opinion, and I won't be able to go deeper with him That's his own opinion. He has said his own opinion. He has a right to his own opinion. It's for we people now to not tell him, okay, it's not that way. This is how we think it. Christian, Muslim, I see nothing wrong. Is who can make the country okay. In UK today, nobody is asking Sunak. Sunak as whether he's a voodoo, is a this thing, is the that. But mind you, he's not a Christian, he's not a Muslim. He's a, Indians are voodooists. I mean, they believe in the, what's it called? I have one, yeah, that just came back from the Hindus. Yes, they are Hindus. You could see when he wanted to enter the Downing Street, down number 10, Downing Street. You see, he was just trying to, persevere the spirit, the bad spirit away with his, turari, or what did I call it? Inside. So what are we now saying? We believe in Christian religions here, but we are not godly in this country. Forget about all these people that create. Who is a saint here? Let the saint come out and tell me that he's holier than Pope. Nigerians are really pretenders. They will tell you that this one is bad, that one is bad, but they should check themselves. That's what I'm saying. What I'm here is I hate politics of deformation, politics of character assassination, politics of hatred, and that is what is going on there. Politics of blackmailing. That is the country, and a country like that can never be well. When in a country, when you see truth, you hide it and you say the other way around. I'm saying from my own mind, the person I put my trust on as it is Asiwaju Tinubu Bola Ahmed, because I've been in Lagos for a long while and I've seen how Lagos was and I've seen how Lagos is now. 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 15 years ago, you cannot walk free on the street of Lagos. Lagos was so dirty before Kai came in, before Lomat came in. Lagos was a dumping ground. And we see that.
This is what Atiku said to Tinubu. Your claim of modern Lagos is false. I don't know why Atiku keeps on with that attack.
I think the era Atiku was in Lagos, the money he was seeing in custom, free money he was seeing in custom, did not even give him that knowledge to compare Lagos as of that time. If you are making too much money, you don't want to know what is going on in the other area. You are in Apapa Port there, collecting, kickback, collecting everything. You will not want to, once your domain is secured, once his domain was secured, then he will never bother about developmental, strategy of the state. And Atiku, to me, is more or less a northern person. He stay more in north than in Lagos.
So he doesn't have any jurisdiction to speak on Lagos.
As it is. He has no jurisdiction to speak about Lagos. But he's one of the people that brought us to where we are today. Right? He has no even say from my own side. He's one of the people. Some people
say in his regime that the Lagos revenue, was held by Obasanjo.
Yeah, I think you are bringing out some points yourself. So just to help me out, it was under his regime that they seized the allocation. That's the allocation, not even revenue. Allocation for Lagos State. Yeah. They seized it for how many? And Lagos State survived. How could somebody apply his own brain without any money, and he went on and to develop Lagos? I mean, provide salary for the workers, do the needful without any money. Okay. Because they wanted to starve him, but I mean, he used his brain. And that's the brain I'm respecting. It's not the human, it's the brain I'm respecting. It's Bola Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu brain I'm respecting. I don't know him. He has never given me any dime. But mine is person I'm following. I'm old enough to take decision on my own.
Niger, bandits burned Catholic priest to death. I'm assistant. Also in Katsina State, pastor shot. 25 worshippers abducted as gunmen attacked.
Okay, let's start from Niger State. I think we have enough generals in that state for them to be able to curb all these incessant bombing attack, right? The former president, as an elder statesman, should be able to take control of his state, which is the Niger. One killing too many in that Niger. One killing too many. One bandit too many. One Boko Haram too many. So, what are those leaders? Abdul Salam, all of them, they should come together. I mean, organize a security meeting, and see how they can, secure their state. Why? Because you can believe you are staying in a glass house, bulletproof house. You are exempted, or you are isolated from the problem. One day they will bring the problem to your doorstep. That is just it. Look at what is happening to Inota. Yeah, our Baba Inota stays in his own farm. They have heat up. They build heat up for all of them. After retirement, they get heat up from Julius Berger. And that is the part of the problem we are saying. That every incoming government, every past administrator at the military administrator self and the federal, democratic president, they allocate them with an E-top, they compensate them with an E-top mansion they build for them, which is a castle. It may be 20 rooms, it may be 30 rooms. And is that kind of leader that you expect to feel your pains in this country? So those are the kind of leaders you expect to feel your pains? Thank you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. I have Ubong. I'm just direct on you.
Yes, you got me 10 times. Almost 20 times.
What is happening? The Obong of Calabar. What is happening? A report last week he was dethroned. You are telling me something. I just want you to repeat what you said.
Obong of Calabar is thrown by court.
By Supreme Court.
By Supreme Court. Nobody know how the case was before you go to court. Obong of Calabar has never had case before. With anybody. Obong editem Oba editem Otu has never gone to any crisis or anything connected to case.
I think this is the fourth time.
I don't know how the Oba of Calabar has entered a case to go to Supreme Court and to come to be dethroned. Is now in the throne. Nobody can show me that they being dethroned him as his throne now. He's sitting in his throne.
How are you sure that he's sitting in?
Paper is the one that writes. Supreme Court is the one that talks.
It is Supreme Court that.
Supreme Court talks so many talks, no work. Supreme Court use only case, no work. They say now the carry I got is a free
Supreme Court that said that.
Who said that?
Appeal Court.
Appeal Court.
But this one is Supreme Court.
But Supreme Court. What did they say?
They
no
say
case.
Vacate.
So many cases that they say Supreme Court do is fake.
Tell me one Supreme Court case.
I'm come. All the case of Bankole, ultimate 9 billion, and so many cases in this country that take the Supreme Court, all fail. Supreme Court is a failure.
I don't think it's true.
You hear me?
I don't think it's true.
Go to history.
I don't think it's true.
Supreme Court.
Obong of Calabar
I'm coming. Supreme Court take a case when this guy win election that it was rigged. Supreme Court not today that case died and the person become.
Are you saying that the king is stronger than the government?
Nobody can try monarchy. Monarchy is a book of ancients to ancients, and nobody can turn it. I'm a monarchy, so I know what I'm talking about.
Sanusi of Kanu State.
He was a fake emir of Kanu. If it's real, can never be thrown. Obong of Calabar is a but real, can never be thrown. No matter court is useless.
So that's what you believe?
I talk to you, no matter court is useless, still ruling. Come to make a scene. Remove him, Papa, make a scene.
They have removed him already.
They give news that you remove it, don't remove. Go and remove it, don't remove. No, listen to me.
Why are you having that confidence? That
listen to me. Listen to me. I know how court operate. Court keep order. No police, no army, come eradicate Obong of Calabar out of his seat. Nobody. He's still ruling.
Okay.
Ethics still know him as Obong. Today, even the gods of the land.
But what I read is that the Obong of Calabar
that is what I read.
The throne, and I believe the
reports
of the Guardian.
Nigeria don't have justice.
I believe the reports of Vanguard.
I
can't believe your reports.
Chris and Chuku, Nigeria don't have justice. There's no justice in Nigeria. When you hear them say they just, be careful. There's no justice.
Okay, Soludo.
Justice, it will not be the way you see.
Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, has told the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu to him, that he will stand as a surety.
Kanu will never be released by this government. No matter how he was tried to release him, he cannot be released. Nnamdi Kanu is here a hero. Nobody should be crime to release him. If he's a hero, nobody to be fight to release him because he's a hero. He's there for something. He's there for that prison or that cell for something. Nobody to wake up and say, I want to listen to the guy who there's a purpose. So he should be there. Paul was saying, he want to listen.
Soludo says so.
Is he cried and he want to listen? If only now the guy who cried, I come release me here. But if he want to go, there's something that he's looking for. And he's dead here for what something. And you say, one God release him, you are a coward.
You are talking to the governor of Anambra.
The governor is what can never make a sense that take my brain. If someone says he's a hero, he fight for heroship. You want to give freedom to people, and you say, want to go release him. Why you want to release him?
What is he fighting for?
A fight for a tradition of what? Of Biafra. Either of referendum or there's something that he fight for. And they get him arrested and put him in a cell. And you want to release him. Let him be there as a hero. Let him fulfill his promise.
Okay, outrage in Niger State over the burning to death of Catholic priests. A Catholic priest was burned to death in Niger State.
That is wickedness to the eyes of the what the outside. The Chad foundation is still continuing to kill. Chad in North.
Jihad.
Chad, yes. They still continue to be killing and be killing.
What is the government doing?
And be killing. Government cannot conquer Chad. Buhari is a Muslim. There's a law that cannot touch Chad.
Which law? Is it Nigerian law?
In Islam. You cannot touch
Are we
Chad.
practicing Islamic? Are we practicing Islamic law?
I'm coming. A man that rules is a Muslim. I'm a Christian.
We have the vice president.
Even though you have, his life is Muslim life. You cannot conquer Chad. Even in skip law, that's not God.
We have
cannot
Pastor
keep law.
Osibajo.
Except,
We have
listen
Pastor
to me.
Osibajo.
Except Buhari go to Quran and keep something inside Quran that can conquer Chad. Chad must continue.
And the killings of pastors. And
Even they kill 150 million pastors. They will die for the sake of Christ and they go to heaven. Nobody can stand against that.
Okay, lastly, let's look at other reports here this morning. No one can build Nigeria, the Nigerian narrative around one religion. That is Pastor Bakari.
Bakari is speaking as a Yoruba man. He's not a pastor, but what? He's impostors. Listen to me. I can tell you a pastor. Bakari, I tell you for media, worldwide, he's not a pastor, but impostors.
The name of his church is Later Rain Assembly.
Oh God. Open a church, nobody say you're a pastor. Open names of church, nobody say you're a pastor. Bakari not be a pastor, but impostors. He's a Yoruba man. He can never be a pastor. Ogun no be pastor. Ifa no be pastor. Songo no be pastor. Eshu no be pastor. These guys are not pastor. They are impostors in the pulpit.
So are you saying Yoruba can never be pastor?
Oh, can never be a pastor. If a pastor, we can deliver. He can deliver us.
Why are you saying so?
If Yoruba is a pastor, we cannot even ask for Buhari or any help. They are all fake. I don't mean that they are fake. Go and die. Pastor my foot. This is a pastor. See what he do? Can you cancel Ogun? Go cancel Ogun in your land. Make I say I say your pastor. Go cancel the fat. The fat on Ogun put Yoruba in bondage. Go cancel them and tell people free. Make I say you're a pastor.
You know he's a respected man. That is Bakari.
Bakari is respected by what? Respected by the money that he have and the church that he have. He respected not by God. It's a fake.
I'm surprised you are saying this thing.
Any man of God that bias, Bakari led covering for just a year that good luck must die for his increasing fuel.
Good luck must
I'm
go,
coming.
not die.
Good luck must go. He made coffin. That's to put good luck in coffin. That he increase fuel. The same Bakari, when there are people increase fuel, the same Bakari don't talk anything. He's a coward. Bakari is a fake. Prove yourself to me that you are a man of God.
Are you challenging a former presidential candidate?
Bros, how much are we buying for today? Where is Bakari? You are a coward. I'm saying you say call Bakari for where? Where are you there? You are a coward.
No,
where are you today?
Don't talk like that.
Don't try. Don't fight for me. Don't cry for me. Don't ever cry for me. Don't pity me. Let Bakari come on to me. Hear me? He made a campaign in this country that could not increase fuel. That could not what? Could not make coffin for Ikaba. No be small thing. That they bring old women to come and dance. That could not has increased fuel. Now APC increased fuel. Because I you is APC. You never bring APC. You need talk. Where pastor? Tell me, pastor. Who is the pastor?
Have you heard what he said? They have not come out to tell you.
How about we buy him fuel? You Bakari don't hear it. Bros, Bakari don't hear it. Where the Bakari don't come and say how much they selling for you today? To help Nigeria as a pastor. Where Bakari?
Okay.
Go for another way.
Any information for us?
Information. If you're a pastor, go and destroy the deity of your land. That's my information. If you're a pastor, go and destroy the deity of your land. Go to your community and destroy that deity that put people in bondage. This is what I do for my community. I cancel this idiot and bring them another culture as a man of God. You hear me? So this is the power to show that Egbo or you can kill somebody. Make him kill me if he's got power. Go and do it for what? Go and do it for shoes. Go and do it for any state.
You have the support of your governor.
Yes. I, even a governor, I cancel everything about that land is cancelled by me. I am a king, ruling the empire of the gods.
Okay.
And bring peace to the land.
Thank you very much.
Pastor, prove to me, make I see. Go and cancel the Kenga. Go and cancel the Guru, make I see you. Go and cancel my Igbo land. Go and cancel it, make I see you. Whether you go live my life for one day. I can see you, but then prove to me. Say you are Yuka.
Thank you very much.
I pay the price.
God bless you.
We are all free.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Makade, to help with you. Say you are a pastor for where? You keep a pastor. If you are a pastor, you have no. Iron sharpened iron.
I have a Mazi Chigozi. Good morning, Mazi Chigozi. Good morning. People the para this morning. Okay.
Good morning, Christiano. To my esteemed viewers across the globe, good morning. It's a new week altogether.
Yeah, outrage over the burning to death of Catholic priests in Niger State. We have that in Katsina. 25 worshippers kidnapped in Katsina State. The pastor was shot. I want you to respond to that.
Well, that is the center of our discussion. That has been the center, the underlying pain that have been calling for an end of this barbaric acts. You cannot tell me that any citizen has right to take the life of another citizen in the same country, and yet you claim you have a country, you have a government where innocent citizens are being killed, are considered as infidels in their own supposed country. And you tell me we are not at war. Could greater war could be greater than this? Could be more destructive than this? Nigeria has been at war, and the informed minds like we are calling for an end of that war. You cannot tell me that Nigeria is at peace and you have no right to your religious profession. You have no right to decide which religion you belong to. And the Niger State in they say they have a government, they have a governor, they have the of government. And this has the current decimal. This has been a system which we need. So we are saying categorically that Nigeria next time I will just leave. Which kind of embarrassment is this?
Sorry. Let's go. Sorry.
It's unfortunate. This mark has served over 10 years. You should replace it now. It's not a crime. You can shoot me gun. Something has lost its efficiency. So when you replace it and it's happening there, I know that is not your problem. So what I'm saying is that Nigeria has been at war with itself. Self-destruction is what is going on. But unfortunately, some people are living in denial because they are gross beneficiaries of this war. They are benefiting, of course, from this war, unending war. You cannot tell me in any country, of course, you claim that Nigeria is a secular state. What does it mean? Does it mean to be a secular state? Which means you have your rights and your right to choose whichever religious or political affiliations to align with. So, ironically, you can see that such things are not happening. Nigeria is not a secular state, or possibly those within the corridor of power with their ulterior motive, of course, has sidelined Nigeria and tailored Nigeria the way they think should suit their, of course, interests and whatever they are trying to uh, program Nigeria for. Now, those 25 worshippers who never committed any crime against Nigerian state, and yet they were killed in the most gruesome and
They were abducted. Abducted.
abducted means you don't do anybody has right to adopt you in your own country. If really you have a government, if during the government the country is working, where are the, of course, the intelligence gathering and security briefs? If your supposed citizens have been adopted at will, concurrently, it simply means you have no government. On the institution of government or security operatives are just there to collect their salaries. They are not working. If you are working, why wouldn't you have need, of course, this crisis at the board before even initiating it? Where is the essence of intelligence gathering or bureau of intelligence, whatever they call them? The DSS are there. Are they only there to torture innocent citizens that have been, of course, exonerated and vindicated by the law? So Nigeria has been at war. And for those with good conscience has been calling an end of this war. You cannot tell me that you kill my brother if my brothers were to be in that place. I wouldn't take it light. Because you have no right to take anybody's life. Will the government go after those people? They are calling them bandits now. These are Islamic extremists. There's nothing like bandits. They're just hiding under the cover of bandits. If actually they are bandits, the bandit has the right to take the life of innocent worshippers. To the point they did all they could to apprehend the man alive, maybe to slaughter him alive, but they couldn't, and they sought to setting the whole building ablaze where the man died. And you expect people to be happy. I expected by now the entire Catholic Church should have shut down and begin to shut down the country in protest, in a very rigorous protest. This has been a recurrent event. If such could happen to a Muslim cleric in Lagos State, in the mosque, that wouldn't have been different. The story would have been different. If that should happen to a Muslim cleric in Imo State, in the mosque, that story would have been different. For crying loud. What am I saying? People should learn to live above religious sentiments. It is becoming too extreme that we cannot continue. You cannot tell me that you are a citizen of Nigeria and you have no right to express your religious affiliations or religious profession. That makes it, very, inhabitable. Where you will continue to live in an ending fear of being killed, of being assaulted. Today is the Catholic Church is done. What happens to the loved ones? The adopted ones, what happened to them? Most of them are being slaughtered, like taken to the slaughter and being killed in the most horrifying nature. You see?
Okay, let's look
You
at
begin
Bakari.
to see who are the true bandits. Where you see security operatives burning innocent youths, youths alive. The same security operatives will capture Boko Haram and grant them pardon under the disguise of the painted Boko Haram. Which means the same measure is not deployed. There is no equity. in the discharge of their duties. You cannot arrest over 600 terrorists. You affirm that they are terrorists, people that have destroyed Nigerian Defense Academy,
And you don't prosecute
and
them,
you don't prosecute them.
you rehabilitate them.
You see, you rehabilitate them and reintegrate them into the system, onto your military. They are not telling us the truth of what is happening. And it's so unfortunate. And now you went down to the east. Maybe those are agitators or those calling for self-determination. You tag them terrorists rather than bringing them to rehabilitation or to de-radicalize them or give them a more superior ideology. You just set them ablaze because they are terrorists that should die. The terrorists from the northern, of course, extraction should have a way and have their life to live and be reintegrated. People that have killed and have destroyed so many soldiers, your own soldiers, even including the DSS, including the military, the Air Force, the navies. And yet you have to free them. You are freeing terrorists because they are your brothers and sisters and possibly are protecting your religious or whatever interests. Coming down to the south and you consider them people that deserve to die at all costs.
Okay.
The right to self-defense is no longer there. You don't have to drag them to court before let the court take its course. And if they can't defend themselves, then the law should take its course.
Okay, let's move on. No one can build logical Nigerian narrative around one religion. That is Pastor Bakari. No one can build one narrative under one religion.
But no one can do that. But somebody is doing that. If anybody feels less concerned, then everybody must suffer for it. No one can do that, but someone is doing that. Some group of persons have almost succeeded in doing that. That's what I said. The lives of Deborah, we have not forgotten that so soon. The lives of Leah, Shaibu Leah, also was there, was adopted. A scholar, a student of, Tibok girl, was adopted, and today, the rest of them were released, but on the basis that she professes Christianity, on the basis of her faith, not minding that he is a Nigerian. She's a Nigerian, but she was not released on the basis of her profession or her belief. Today, after 6 or 9 years now, or thereabout, you see, she has been adopted. She was adopted before the inception of this dispensation, of this tyranny this regime. Yet, nobody does anything because she is a Christian. She can be molested and harassed, sexually abused, morally abused, psychologically depressed, or used as a fitting rag because she is a Nigerian. She is a Christian. How do you think that you can cohabit with such people with such mentality? In Saudi Arabia, there are also Christians. In Turkey, the minorities are a Christian minority. And I can cite every other part of the state. In Lagos here, there are also Muslims. I know Christians are in simple majority. In other parts of the country, there are still Muslims and Christians living together in harmony. So why should it be different from that practice in the north? In Sokoto, where Rebecca was stoned alive, they told us, even the governor of is it Bauchi? Sokoto, the governor of Sokoto told us, the security briefing, they told us that the security operatives were overwhelmed to rescue just one citizen of Nigeria. The police force, the security operatives, the DSS were overwhelmed. And that lady was stoned to death and was set ablaze. And you tell me you are not at war. What better war could be this? You are not at war. People are hungry. Multidimensional poverty. You have over 90% of your support citizens who can live, who live below 90. I mean, $1 a day. Some people live below $1 a day. Somebody that is earning 30,000 naira minimum wage lives below $1 a day. Is it because if you take away other allowances or basic your transportation and all that, what is left for your upkeep is less than $1. So the Nigerian system has been configured in such a manner that the entire masses have been impoverished.
Okay.
Even with the government policies and all that. You cannot tell me with 30,000 naira you can survive, Mr. Christian. But that is what Nigeria represents. That is what better war can be more than this. Where your children, your supposed citizens cannot afford, even a single person, a balanced diet. And you tell me you are not at war. You can't access facilities, government facilities, hospitals are not there for the masses. You tell me you are not at war.
Okay.
Even Ukraine, where they're full-blown war, they're still having light.
You're importing wheat now.
Huh?
You're still exporting wheat.
They're still exporting wheat. People that are at war and you're not productive. You can't go to farm. The farmers can't go to farm and you're telling me you're not at war. You see? They've been adopted. Some of them have been killed. You can't travel at ease. You can't even move without being apprehensive. In your own supposed country, you say there is peace, where you are being pieces on daily basis.
Okay, let's move on. Soludo says that for peace to reign in the southeast, release Nnamdi Kanu to me. I will stand as a surety. That is Governor Soludo of Anambra State. Speaking of the federal government.
Nnamdi Kanu has become dike manuzene ala wembize. Opaka na-agba n'udu mmiri. You know, you cannot stop a revolution whose time has come. It's either you live in denial or whatever you choose to do. But I am telling you, based on informed position, you can only prevail against a season that is not yet its time to manifest. So the emergence of Nnamdi Kanu was informed because of the brutality, because of the subjugation, because of the recklessness on the part of the government itself, and the failure of the government to reintegrate, rehabilitate, reconcile, and of course, reconstruct the eastern region after the most deadly, bloody war in defense of their human dignity, in defense of their freedom. You lied to them, you did not keep to your promise. And ever since, they have been sidelined and subjugated. They have been skipped out of events. They are not part of the Nigerian project, which I believe even Niyi can also testify. But it's just that he has not been opportune to be in the East. I was born in Kanu with him. He only resides in Lagos. He had no opportunity to travel in the South or in the East. So if Niyi is talking, he will be talking based on his limited knowledge and understanding about the Nigerian terrain. Achigozie here is a well-celebrated fellow. And of course, I've canvassed the entire country, regions of the country. So when I'm giving you information, it's based on informed and, of course, unadulterated information. So that is the foundation of the crisis that is already engulfing Nigeria. I told you lately last year that what is coming upon Nigeria, the oddity is inevitable. The oddity that have come upon this country because of lack of transparency, lack of injustice. Yet some regions have been preferred over others. You can't tell me that if this should be a northern extraction, if Nnamdi Kanu should be a northern extraction, And such verdict was given by a appellate court of law. And you still return him, there will not be crisis there.
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly.
Was Ezazaki exonerated? That is a different ballgame. You don't compare in any sense, you don't compare Ezazaki with the position of Mazen Kanu, which is really, politically and constitutionally protected by international, of course, standards. And now your court has given an injunction. You said, let the court have its way, that you will not intermeddle over the court proceedings. Now the courts have done what is best at. They have ruled the case in favor of this respected gentleman. He is respected by his people. And there's nothing he can do about that. My opinion doesn't change their standing. So they are saying, if you don't release my brothers, my loved ones, under your detention, illegally detained, tortured, and subjugated. You see, he has been illegally detained ever since the last court ruling by an appeal court was given. So that means that you are now in a bigger his people Akananya, and you cannot banana the people Akananya and expect them not to react.
Okay.
So the reality is that it is a season whose time has come. A season to right the wrongs. A season to stand up for your rights. What is constitutionally, of course, protected and recognized by international communities, even African Union. So Mazen Kanu, based in the eyes of the law and by the provision of the law, based on the court rulings and proceedings, he has no cost, no allegation, he has no question to answer. So the Nigerian government and the DSS should do the needful.
Okay.
Should be so humble enough to accept their defeat and release this young man. This is the basis, of course, where Soludo was saying that he will sortie for him. You don't need a sortie. You only sortie somebody who still have a question to answer. The court have said, Nnamdi Kanu labao ipa magigi, labao ipa magigi, labao ipa magia. Appeal court gwara Nnamdi Kanu biko labao ipa magigi. Now, if the court ruling has turned the other way, by now, Nigerian government would have implemented, of course, the verdict of the court against Mazen Kanu. There would have been haste to implement the court ruling. If it has gone otherwise, by now they would have executed him, or of course, indicted him. They would have landed him in prison. But because they cannot change a season whose time has come, the handwriting, mene take care of a sin.
Okay.
You have been weighed and found wanted, and your kingdom is divided.
Thank you very much.
That's why today there is, of course, fear in the air, and people are apprehensive what may become the next few days ahead of the election.
Okay.
So for you to promote peace, you must be sincere and honest to yourself. You must come with equity. You must come with, equity and fairness to all. Release him. Nigeria is not your father's property. If it becomes that the prosperity of the different ethnic nationalities or regions can be enhanced by the integration of this ungoverned space, let it be so. In the interest of humanity. In the interest of humanity. And if Biafra comes, we will continue to hold the government of Biafra accountable as far as Chigozie is concerned. We are not just doing this because we found ourselves within this contraption, but we are called to serve humanity, irrespective of wherever we find ourselves. We will continue to speak and advocate for the truth as human analysts and activists.
God bless you. Mazi. Yes, on Ikenga Gochinyere, Imo government liable for attack on the CUPP chairman. his house was burgled by unknown persons, and the CUPP have called on the Imo State government and asking that they are liable for that attack on his residence. Let's respond to this. No one can build a logical Nigerian narrative around one religion. I just want to see your comments as I have Mr. Adegunwa. Oh, look on.
It's always my turn. It's always my
Good
turn.
morning.
Christian!
Somebody adjudged that you are the second best analyst on this
Really?
platform.
Oh.
Somebody adjudged you.
All right.
So it's
Thank
not
you.
a
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, viewers. Let me show you. I want to show everybody something. Can you all see this? No, I'm not showing now. This. I'm not showing the name. Can you see this bottle? To some people, they are seeing this bottle as half full. But we patriotic Nigerians, we are seeing this country as what? Half full. Some are seeing it as half empty, rather. Do you understand? Those people who see this bottle as half empty are the ones that will come to this platform every day. People like Chigoze. These are people who are not patriotic. These are people that want the downfall of my dear
Are
country.
the politicians patriotic?
The politicians are patriotic.
We have
But we the followers.
77 trillion naira.
Listen,
And the politicians are patriotic.
listen to me. 77 trillion did not start under Buhari.
Politicians, I'm not saying Buhari.
Okay, what
Across.
is across? It started from the days of Obasanjo. Is Obasanjo?
Politicians are
Is
patriotic. That's my question.
if you are not patriotic, why are they being elected?
They are there for, you and I know, they
You
are there
understand?
for the
Listen to me.
yes,
Listen to me.
aggrandizement.
Chigoze is an unpatriotic person. If Nigeria works tomorrow, he will still stand for Biafra. That's his own. That's his own work.
Speculation.
That's not my speculation.
You are paid to do the
As far as I'm concerned,
Okay.
Chigoze is someone who has seen the bottle as what? Empty, half empty. He did not see it as half full. All right. So I come to this platform every day with my optimism, with my idea and notion that this country is going to get better. All right.
There are many people that also believe that the country is going to get better.
Most people.
You see on
Let
the
me tell you. If you have been following the trend, most of these people who, as of today, are clamoring for Obi are the ones who were at that toll gate. They burned so many properties in Lagos. So many of them who believe that if Obi does not win, they will still go back to their old agitation of destroying this and clamping down this nation. Let me tell you, in democracy, let me tell you something. The Biafrans now, you can see that right now Biafra is silent. Or do you want to argue that Biafrans are today silent?
The agitation generally is.
Okay, I was reading the comment of Udeze not quite long. He said Soludo is trying to be a Sadiq. You know anybody who calls Sadiq these days? That's people that have sense.
Okay, so
You know that song, Ogbon, you know? He said Soludo is trying to be an Ogbon. I said Soludo is trying to be a normal Nigerian politician. Soludo will not see the truth and not say the truth. Obi did not do his homework. He did not build alliance.
What he said that the federal government should release Kanu.
Wait, I am building a point.
Okay.
The first thing Obi did, why all the Biafrans who are now supposedly supporting Obi,
Is Labour Party,
is-
Biafran Party.
go and check Labour Party. 70% of them are Biafrans. They are Igbos. I look at the interview of what's this guy, this actor, Okonkwo. I look at him. I look the way he's so condescending.
He was
to
a former APC member.
I know, but the way he's so condescending to whoever he's competing with or he's debating with, his statements, the way he talks, it's not about maybe his confidence. He's also arrogant. Do you understand? He calls himself a lot. This is a man who was actually applauding Buhari for the second Niger bridge. You know, he tried to contest for governor. You understand? He was actually using Buhari's achievements to campaign. Now, as of today, he cannot say it.
These are politicians for you.
You know, it's
Politicians are not patriotic Nigerians. That's my own style.
it's so sad.
Politicians are not patriotic.
On Friday,
So
I
if you are
told.
talking about a patriotic Nigeria, don't bring in politicians there. They are not
No.
patriotic.
Of course, I will still bring politicians. As we have the good politicians, we have the bad politicians.
No, when you are going to
You understand?
pass mark, you use 50. Or
Yes, I'll use 50.
So 70
No
to
matter
80%.
how you want to call the politicians, whether they are corrupt, there are some people that still benefit from
Of course.
under them.
Of course.
Yeah, you get my
Of course,
point.
of course, of course.
The Biafrans, they don't want to see anything green, white, green. You get my point. Yesterday is a day to remember for good
Yes.
or for bad.
I'm forced to remember it.
So you recall what happened January 15th, 1960, and when the day that Kaduna is the Egu.
Yeah.
You recall what happened that day?
From Delta State.
You recall what happened? Is it not under Biafra? Or is that not part of Biafra?
I think I should take a study on Biafra. I'm not taking that study on the map.
Okay, please do.
I think I should take
But let me tell you that Delta is also part of Biafra.
Because Mr. Matthew will disagree with you. I'm from Delta State. There are many other
You get my
I
point.
understand, yeah.
There was a map of Biafra and Delta is part of it.
Okay.
And even the South. You get so the Biafrans are trying to usurp the Equatorians. They want to usurp the Robos. But the Robos say I'm not part of you, but they say you are part of me. You get my point. This is where you know that Biafra is a failed cause right from day one.
Okay.
For some people, I don't know where they are still getting their hope.
Let's move on, please. None can build a logical Nigerian narrative around one religion. That's Bakari. Yes.
Okay, no one can build logical narrative around one religion. We are a diverse nation. All right. If Bakari was truly a man of God, he shouldn't have even. If he's truly a man of God, he shouldn't have even dabbled. He shouldn't even dabble into politics. Everything he says now, he's not talking it from the perspective of maybe his religious inclination. He has politicized his statement. He's a man who could not even command one single vote at the primaries. He lost, and he's a what? And he's a sore loser. Yesterday he was saying something about the mentality of my turn, and he stated it at Emilocon. Now he's preaching against Tinubu.
Because I was surprised when I saw it online.
This is a man who has he has always been for this presidency right from the days of CPC under Buhari. So now today he's coming outside to tell us that, listen, we have gone past this religious this difference. Who really need your help? If God tell you that your helper, your destiny helper, is a traditionalist, so are you going to tell me you're not going to accept whatever offer he has for you?
He says reject candidates who shun debates, parade forged identities.
We are still saying the same thing. Bakare now should just come out with his full chest and state who is supporting. Let us know that he's an aide to maybe Obi or Atiku. Let us know if he's an aide to Atiku or Obi. So anything he says now, because the way everything is saying,
I think it's
I don't want. If he's in APC, do you think is he still in APC?
someone that contested.
He contested. How long does it take you to resign? How long does it take you to resign from a party? Is it not just of recent one of the Atiku's heads, Nwosu, also resigned? A close head to Atiku.
If he had resigned, I think he would be in the news.
You get my point.
He's a figure.
Bakare is a sore loser. Everything he's saying is plainly on politics. And as far as I'm concerned, I asked the question. I said, where did Bakare? Where did he get 100 million to buy APC presidential form? Where did he get that? Where did he get the money to buy that form of intention? 100 million. I'm a Christian, but I have to tell you that I have faced a lot of embarrassment being a Christian. I will tell you the kinds of culture that the current Christendom practices. It brings a lot of embarrassment to me. If you are a Christian, you can also say that. It's so pity that the pulpit has been monetized. It's so unfortunate that the Christendom is now something of laughing stock. I'm not a Muslim, but at least I still respect them. You don't talk against Islam anyhow. Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their flaws.
Muslim tickets would not favor.
I know what he's saying. It's a lie. He's trying to politicize. 1993. Why didn't he come out to say that when MK Abiola and King Bigwe were actually vying for that position? Why is he?
Okay.
Why is he?
Okay, let's move on. Lastly, release Nnamdi Kanu to me. I will stand at Surety Soludo. It's instrumental to peace in the southeast.
Soludo is trying to be a peacemaker. All right, he's trying to be a peace broker. Release Kanu Nnamdi. But don't forget, Soludo has what we call immunity. As the current governor, he has immunity. Okay, now if they give him Soludo and Soludo probably absconds or whatever, don't forget the last time Soludo was released, he jumped bail and he absconded to Kenya before he later got apprehended. If Soludo is released and this same Soludo runs out of the country, I mean Kanu runs out of the country, Soludo is under immunity as of today. Nothing can be done to Soludo.
So he's not releasing. He's not advising.
He is the wrong person to be a surety because he has immunity. Are you getting me? They cannot go and apprehend him. He's a sitting governor. He has immunity, so the federal government will not go and apprehend him. Or are we going to neglect the fact that immunity covers governors? You get my point. So Soludo asking for what's it called, Nnamdi Kanu to be released. He's trying to be a peace broker, but he deep down knows that Buhari will not answer him.
Okay, lastly,
You get my
what will
point?
you tell us about the Emilio Khan movement? Is there anything new that we need to know?
Yeah, over the weekend, Buhari, Tinubu had a meeting with all the party, right from state governors to House of Reps. They had a meeting. They had a tete-a-tete, and then they have a strategic meeting on how they will come out victorious. Okay, in that meeting, Tinubu was able to discover that some states are having internal issues, and he has assured them that solutions will be brought forward. Now, let us now juxtapose it to the larger scale. Let us take it to the big picture. You can see this is a man who is ready to dialogue. This is a man who is ready to work with people. This is what Atiku lacks. This is what Atiku lacks at every level. To me, Atiku is out of this race. Obi himself, he doesn't even have what it takes to manage a party that is as big as it is. As far as I'm concerned, Labour Party is just about 5% in size compared to APC. APC, you can as well, you say APC is like a sample of Nigeria complexity. APC.
When did APC start?
APC, when did they start?
Like the APC.
Yeah, when did they
I
start?
think it should be like 9 years ago.
As of today, APC happens to be the biggest political party in
Not
Africa.
PDP.
APC is the biggest political party in Africa, if not even in the world. You can imagine the crowd. You can imagine the diversity. You will imagine the kind of conflict. That means you need someone who is very good at conflict resolution at the helms of affairs. For APC not to have broken up by now, you should understand that Tinubu, Adamu are doing very good job.
Thank you.
You understand? And these are people I believe we can entrust with the governance of this country.
Yeah, God bless you. I have Mr. Okay, Mr. Alajide, good morning. Good morning. Yes. Pastor Bakari has said that no narrative can be built on one, no Nigerian narrative can be built on one religion.
Well, I will not disagree with him in the sense that Nigeria is a pluralist country. We have ethnic, multi-religion practices in Nigeria. We have Christian, we have Muslim, we have don't let me call them either worship people believe their national practice. So by virtue of composition of Nigerian politics and religion, we are pluralists. We are not singularist religion country. So I will support him in the sense that we will need, we need a converging point of all religions to be able to build a united country. Instead of one country spearheading saying it is me, it's my religion, truth, it's the only through my religion we can build. I think I will agree with him in that in the sense that since we have other Nigerians who belong to another religion, we need a collective, inclusive participation and faith and belief in building a united country. So I think I will agree with him on that. If that's the sense, it was spoken. No. If that's the sense which was spoken,
to build a collective, inclusive, religious belief and
I think
faith.
he's talking about the Muslim ticket. And no Nigerian narrative can be built around one religion.
Well, I'm not Tule Bakari, and I would not really understand his mindset. I was able to watch just a few of it because I always watch him on channels every when there was no live stream. But if I were able to listen to him fully, I would have understood in what content he's talking about. If he's saying it's only you cannot be Nigerian along one line of ethnic one religion, saying that if only a Muslim is doing stuff in Nigeria, I think maybe I will agree with him in that sense that it should be an inclusive. Get my point. If what he says if he's talking that line, then I will agree with him in the sense that one single religion cannot be said to be on the forefront to build Nigerian unity. It should be all inclusive of other religion, Christianity, Muslim, the people who worship God religion. They should also be on the page, on the same page with each other, so as to build a united Nigeria. I think maybe I agree with him on that point. That it may be right that one person cannot say because my ticket on one lineage of one religion that I will be a united Nigeria is not going to happen. We are not building inclusive, collective people of different faiths into it. So maybe I will agree with him on
He
that.
also said reject candidates who shun debates, parade forged identities, slander opponents. That's Pastor Bakari or voters.
Of course, does Bakari need to tell Nigeria to do this? A candidate whose everything about him is controversy. His age is controversy. His place of birth is controversy. His paternity is controversy. His confidence certificate is controversy. His identity, everything about him is controversy. They say you are this. You dispute this. Evidence is that you say you are this, you are by this name, but you are by this name. There's no place. Everything is subject to conflict. It's a fact that such people are not of credible personality. And they cannot be, we cannot give what you don't have. It's only what you have. You can give. Somebody who is corruption personified. Somebody who is
corruption personified.
Yes, somebody who, if there are statistics can name to somebody. I've been tagged as corruption personified, corruption symbolized. Then tell me what kind of legacy you do want from such a person. It's not an example, it's not a perspective of what he tells you he wants to give to you. Somebody who is corruption personified, who helps about his corruption personified. He cannot give you what he doesn't have. I watched Osun State Governor when he went to meet Buhari last week, thanking Buhari that it's by virtue of the new electoral act Buhari signed that enabled him to win the state governorship. Because the result was being sent from each of the polling booths to the INEC viewing portal. So it might not be easy for anybody to alter anything. Unlike the former system, whereby you take result to position center, whereby it be removed, and sometimes with another result. The man will look at one. So when you have somebody who's, look at what Bakari is here. Shun debates, parade false certificates, identity, slander, opponent. These are facts that you should look for in any candidate, and should reject them. And we can see a pointer to one particular candidate who I was watching in the news yesterday, where the Samsons wrote to Attorney General warning him that he should not remove Emefiele because there's a court injunction saying leave Emefiele. Because those who have stored naira, who want to use naira to buy votes, they will be able to bring their money out to use the naira to buy votes. So they are against Emefiele's new financial policy and fiscal policy. So they are hell bent that this man wants to stop them from using their money to buy votes. So these kind of people, these are the people. Tunde is already specified that we should elect them. And Nigerians should collect their money, collect their money. Vote against them. Do your will and conscience. This is our money. Okay. That money is belongs to us. They stole it. So if they are bringing the money for us to buy by our conscience, so
you collect.
I will collect and go against them. It's our collective money. Is it our money? Is it somebody personal fund? So you want to tell me a corrupt politician who has stolen government fund
Yes,
No,
the
yes.
essence of that money is
Listen
to buy
to
your
me.
conscience.
Yes, but I will disappoint him. I will collect the money from him. I will vote against him. So, and also get the narrative clear. The narrative is that somebody was put into an office in a trust on our behalf to manage our resources for our collective goodness. He has turned around and stolen the money. Impoverished people. Turn people into 133 billion. Dimensional poor people. Nigeria is not the capital, is the first capital of the world. The man is not turning around.
Come in and talk to the guy.
The man is not turning around.
Come in and talk to him.
The man is not turning around to now bring that stolen wealth that he should have used.
Who's that?
The stolen wealth that he should have used to better the life of all Nigerians. We the citizens. Now he has stolen the money for his own personal use. He's now bringing the crumbs. Just don't forget, it's the crumbs. He's not bringing part of them as crumbs to buy my conscience. To buy my conscience.
Okay.
I will tell him, no problem. I will collect money from him and I will work against him.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alajide.
Yes.
Yes, I have a Mazi Raf. Good morning, Mazi Raf. Happy New Week.
Yeah, happy New Week, Christmas.
Yes. We have Governor Soludo. I don't know whether he heard it. He said, release Nnamdi Kanu to me. I will stand as a shorty.
That was captured on the front pages of newspaper across Nigeria yesterday. I think it was on Punch, Nation, all the national newspapers, all of them. They have it on their front pages. Soludo is saying that he's going to stand as a shorty, that they should release the gentleman, you understand, to his people. Of course, everybody knows that Nnamdi Kanu has been, freed by the court legally. But I wonder why Fulani government is still holding on to the guy, They have no reasons, keeping him there, because his agitation has been justified internationally and locally. See, let me tell you, Soludo himself is trying to give himself a new facelift. He wants to launder his rubbish image by making that comment that he's going to stand for Nnamdi Kanu. He knows that, by and large, every Igbo man now hates Soludo. We are the one that fought, we fought for him to be there. We worked round the clock to make sure that Soludo, under APGA, win an election. And he won. I think, understand. He won last year. I think that election was last year.
Yeah.
He won. So all of a sudden he turned against his kinsmen. He turned against the Anambrans. He invited the military to fight the youths in Anambra State. So militarization of the southeastern Nigeria. Soludo is one of the champions. He is at the front, the front row. He's one of the front liners. Yes, people that invited military operation. I mean the governors of the southeastern Nigeria. Military operation in the southeast. Soludo is one of them. So he, coming out to tell the whole world that he's going to stand as a shorty to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is out is another style. He's trying to launder his image. And let me tell you, I think if he makes that move, his sins should be forgiven. But let me tell you, yes, should be. Yes, from many angles, you find out that some person will say, no, he has done us bad. He has killed our children, our brothers. Some persons will not forgive him. So that's why I'm using that word suppose. He's supposed to be forgiven. They're supposed to forgive him. So I'm just giving that as a suggestion that if by chance or whatever, Nnamdi Kanu is released after that move by Governor Soludo, I think some sections in Igbo land he should be forgiven. Not that he will be forgiven, or he must be forgiven.
Okay, Pastor Bakari says that no Nigerian narrative should be built around one religion.
One thing you know is that man is not a Christian.
Pastor?
Yes, Pastor Tunde Bakare is from, I think, Kwara State, I think. He's from a Muslim family. See, let me tell you, we are all combating. We are fighting what our forefathers committed in terms of idolatry. They sacrifice human being. They prepare juju. Are you listening to me? They sacrifice ram, cows, chicken to idols, to demons. They fortify their bodies. They got themselves involved in all manners of religious practices, which is the reason why you and I are stagnated. So, breaking the curses of the forefathers is what Nigerian Christians, not only Nigerian Christians, the black world is fighting for a long time. Are you listening to me? So, Tunde Bakare, to set himself free from Islam is very difficult. Do you know that if you have anything to do with Islam, anybody that is set ablaze anywhere in the world, you are monk. God is the justice himself. During the last day, you must take from it. So breaking that curse, separating him from the evil curses. Do you understand? Generated from that angle of Islam, it will take time. Tunde Bakare will always come out on the front page of newspaper and talk nonsense. Because let me tell you, I choose my pastors. I choose whom I will say, this man is a man of God. There's not anybody that will force it on me. Are you listening to me? As if forgotten in the haste that Igbo man was cursed by Saduano of Sokoto. The man poured libation and said, Igbo man, you will never be a president. He said it. It's the same Tunde Bakare that went to Aso Rock and said it was his turn before ever this most celebrated Emiloko. Tinubu Emiloko wasn't that popular. He went there in 2020, said, I should be the next president of Nigeria. That was in 2020. People, they read, they forget. I don't forget. He was laughing with his teeth chattered all over the frontage of the roof of his mouth. I listen to me. He was showing out his dentition. He is part and parcel of this administration. In fact, he would have been the person in the position where Oshibanjo is today. But he was settled. They gave him money. He built Citadel of All Nations. With which money? Already. Is that not federal project? Yes, that money is from federal. Let me tell you, Tunde Bakare, whatever he says, I don't care. See, he went to Rock. He was joking with Buhari. Buhari said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Tunde Bakare carried that word. He tamed the word in his brain. He went to the paper, he told the journalist. No, not journalist. I saw it on the breaking news. What Buhari told me when I asked him, why did he say Jesus Christ of Nazareth? I commented on Phoenix. You know, it is very, very provocative to say that kind of thing. If Buhari said Jesus Christ of Nazareth, and so fucking what? Buhari knows that Jesus Christ is from Nazareth. He's from Israel. Israel is Nazareth. Do you understand? Nazareth is in Israel, sorry. So what is the big deal about it? He has come out again to tell us that blah, blah, blah. On the paper today, he said, the Tunde Bakare said on the paper this morning that any aspirant, presidential,
who shone debate,
thank you, who shone debate, who forged documents and other things. He said Tunde Bakare. He's now coming out of it. What about fuel prices, hiking fuel prices? The pump price has gone high. We are not talking about subsidy again. Nobody is marching to Ojota. Tunde Bakare is not going to Ndubisi Kanu Park, Alausa again. What about secret hiking of electricity price? Oga, if you see utility bills this time, it's killing everybody in Nigeria. Utility bills are going high. Tunde Bakare could not come out. Femi Falana, all of them that fought Jonathan, all of them that are indoor. See, let me tell you, fear of Buhari is the beginning of all their wisdom. If they ever come out and say, boom, pim, Oga, Burundi, federal government has gone to Bujumbura and they bought mercenaries, 1,000 soldiers, mercenaries to go and fight in the southeast, to fight anybody that criticizes the government. See, Bujumbura soldier, what do you call that? Burundi, the capital is Bujumbura. See, we are here. If you go to southeast, none of you will go home. The land of the southeast is what? Your grave will be scattered all over the land of southeast. And of course, you know that southeast is this. You go back in graves. Yes. Go there, the North Nation. No way to escape. But you will never escape. You are a dot in a circle. You Burundi, you Bujumbura soldiers from Burundi. Southeastern Nigeria, all the regions are your graveyards. Okay. Your graves, your coffin will be scattered all over Anambra State and Abia State, and Imo State, and the Boy State. There's no escape way. That's why we are dots in a circle.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amazi. Whatever anybody says here, It's not the position of Flip TV. It is his personal position. So we are not held responsible for anything, any statement by anyone this morning. Yes, let's have the link so that we can also have our viewers be part of the program this morning. I want to respond to one of the topics that we cannot build a Nigerian narrative through one religion. We cannot build a Nigerian narrative through one religion. So let's see your comments coming in. Yes. Okay. Let's put the link so that we can have our people contribute to the program. This morning, yes, outrage over burning of death to death of Catholic priests in Niger. Yes, manhunt for the culprits have been launched. In Edo State, yes, Edo now, no be Lagos. 12 victims have been rescued, but 2 still remaining in custody. 12 victims have been rescued, 2 still remaining in custody. Where's Oluwa 1 and where's Edo no be Lagos here this morning? Yes, Oluwa 1 is coming to give us the language. But before that, who do you have? Yes, Mr. This is Chima. Good morning. You have the floor this morning. You can contribute to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian and the entire crew. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Well, I want to comment this morning on your topic, on your headline, I mean. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu to me, I will stand as a surety, says Soludo. Well, unfortunately, Soludo is a professor, and he's an educated man. But on most cases, that is why you hear many people saying that Nigerian universities, they grant certificate to fools. We have educated illiterates in Nigeria, and that is part of Nigerian problem. How can a professor who have seen that a court of competent jurisdiction, and a well-informed judge released somebody, acquitted him of every crime, of every accusation against him, and allow him, as I said, they should allow him to go. Instead of allowing the same man to go, a country that claimed that they are practicing democracy and the rule of law decided to hold the man back against the judgment of the court. Now, if Soludo is a wise man, who he claimed to be, he would have sent the message directly to the Nigerian government, Buhari, the DSS, those that are holding Nnamdi Kanu back. He would have told them, releasing Nnamdi Kanu because he has been acquitted by a court. Now, the only person that can be released, that you can plead to be released to you, is somebody that is still that is still being held by the law, or somebody that is not being acquitted of his crimes. This man has done nothing wrong. This man has been acquitted by court. Now, what Soludo is trying to do is this: he has already spoiled his name. Unfortunately, this is a man that everybody was happy, everybody supported when he's coming to power. He refused. At long run, he was vomiting gibberish and nonsense against Mr. Peter Obi, thereby creating enmity for himself from his people. What he's trying to do now is to win the heart of the Igbos back by making this useless and unwarranted statement. Mr. Soludo, as far as I'm concerned, as an Igbo man, and as far as many Igbos are concerned, he has messed up totally. They are just waiting for him to finish his term and leave office. What he's trying to do is what is called damage control. So that statement is unwarranted. We don't need any.
Thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu doesn't need any shorty at this moment. They should allow him to go. He has won his case and he's been acquitted. God bless you, Mr. Christian. That's my contribution this morning.
Where's online this morning? Edonobi Lagos, where are you? And also Oluwa 1. We are calling for Oluwa 1 this morning, seriously. Who else is online? No one is online. Let's check. Okay. Yes, without any much ado, I will say we'll bring the program to a close this morning. I'm Christian Chigo. Yes, till tomorrow for another exciting, wonderful edition of the program. Bystanders at the newsstands. I'm Christian Chigo. God bless you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Click on the like button so that we can have more reach. God bless you all. Thank you.